Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another video. Hey, this is the Monday morning mailbag Christmas edition. You could probably hear in my voice that I'm a little bit under the weather. I had said in one of the 12 Shaves of Christmas, I won't name which one in case you're getting caught up, that I don't ever recall getting sick during the holidays. Well, I should have kept my mouth shut because, yeah, I got sick. I think I'm on the downside of it. But I don't wish this on anybody because it really does kind of knock you for a loop. You get aches and pains and the chills and the fever and a little bit of a headache and some congestion. You could probably hear that in my voice. So we'll try to edit out the coughing and that sort of thing. But we are enjoying our Linus and Snoopy blanket coffee mug that came from Jimmy V. We're using this because that's what Snoopy does in the beginning of A Charlie Brown Christmas. He grabs Linus's blanket and runs with it. And of course, Linus trailing behind. So that's why we're using this, a reminder of a great Christmas special, A Charlie Brown Christmas. And we're also enjoying Silencer Smooth, Black Rifle Coffee Company. This came from my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys. So great to be with you this morning. Again, it's going to be a little shorter show because of how I feel. I'm very, very sorry about that. I do apologize. So I'm just going to kind of move things along. Well, you know what? I want to do a show, and we will have a shorter show. But I wanted to do a show for you this morning because, after all, it's Christmas, right? Okay. So let's kick things off with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer David Bates from across the pond in England. And David writes, "Hi, Mark. Hope you're well." Had to laugh at that. Excuse me. Hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving and congratulations on reaching 12,000 subs. You deserve great success for the work and effort you bring to all of us. We are very grateful. I haven't contributed for a while, but thought you might like this tip. We haven't had one on blade storage for some time, so here's what I came up with. On the side of my bathroom storage cabinet, I have fixed 4 self-adhesive magnetic strips. These were cheaply sourced from Amazon and work really well. For me, the bottom rail represents one use, moving upwards 2, 3, and 4. I rarely use a blade more than 5 times, so this works well for me. You could always add more rails if required. In the photo, there are only 2 blades in current use. A Kai used 3 times and a Bolzano used 4 times. Sometimes there are many more. The system allows plenty of scope. Then the whole thing started to evolve. I can never find my nail clippers. They disappear in the abyss that is my man drawer, as they don't get used very often. On the last usage, it dawned on me that they might be magnetic. Boom, they are. The second picture shows them safely stowed, masquerading as a razor blade. But now, easy to get at, and I know where they are. Then the eureka moment. I was searching for a scoop. I'm predominantly a bowl latherer. How about the lever that you press on the nail clippers? Boom again. It's perfect as shown in picture 3. What started off life as a blade storage solution is now like a shaving station, positioned adjacent to the rest of my shaving kit. It just works. I hope this helps for some of your viewers, or at least provided a giggle. As I'm sure you remember, I'm already the proud owner of a George sketch. If there's a Mark II sketch, see what I did there? I'd love one. It could be a great idea to have an alternate sketch to the original. This might get people that have contributed before to go again. Just an idea. Have a great Christmas and keep the content coming. All the very best. Again, that's from David Bates from across the pond in England. David, thanks very, very much for the tip. A great tip. Thanks for the photos and thanks for illustrating it. It's just absolutely perfect. You can track your blades, know where your nail clippers are, and now you've got a scoop at the ready. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, regarding a second George sketch, I'll give it some thought. I think it's a very good suggestion. Thank you very, very much. Now, regarding George sketches, Robert from American Vintage Soap Company had sent in a tip, and we sent him an original signed George sketch, and he sent back this photo showing that it arrived in good condition. So Robert, thanks very, very much for that. Really, really do appreciate it. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So David, thanks again for a great shaving tip and a great shaving station breakdown. Really do appreciate it. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on, let me get this sip. Boy, I need this. Wow. Yeah, that's terrific. That really is. Again, silencer smooth. It is a light roast. Really, really nice change of pace. And again, a big thank you to Jimmy V for the Snoopy and Linus blanket mug. Of course, you know the blanket becomes the handle here. That's really, really terrific. So thanks again to Jimmy V. Let's get to some of these comments. We'll remind you once more of the Black Coffee Life by Mantic 59 and the Lockhorns items, their book collection and their Laugh-A-Day calendar. We'll have links to all that, so you can check those out. Very, very giftable Lockhorns items. And Black Coffee Life, if you want to know if the coffee you're drinking is healthy or not. This comes from Al Spencer. Mark, just finished watching today's 3MB. Great as usual. I enjoy seeing your inserts with the coffee beans and coffee cup. I keep expecting to see you replace the plain white cup with one of your 3MB cups. Always look forward to Monday mornings. That's from Al Spencer. I don't know how I would do that. That really is worth investigating. So yeah, I'm gonna look into trying to do that sometime down the road. We'll figure it out. I don't know. It's I think I might be able to do it. I'm not sure. Hard to say. There is a learning curve to editing this video, and I think that would require a little bit of skill. I don't know if I have that skill just yet. There are a ton of tools out there, and I have a program that can generate something like that. I'll look into it, Al. Thank you very, very much. This comes from Joel Toronto. Do you know what the most famous Italian shaving soap in the world is? And Joel writes, hi, Mark. You may find this interesting. I believe Luca De Niro has a shave channel in Italy. Also, I have been enjoying the 12 Shaves of Christmas. Thank you very much for that, Joel. We will link to that video of Luca De Niro telling us what is the most, what does he say here again? The most famous Italian shaving soap in the world. I won't spoil it for you. We'll link it below so you can check it out. See if you can guess. Thanks very much for that, Joel. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Jeff Palmer, and he writes, Die Hard is the Schrodinger's cat of movies. It's in a quantum state and both a Christmas movie and not a Christmas movie at the same time. Each person must watch and either embrace or collapse the wave of holiday spirit. No matter which way you lean, it is one of the most iconic action movies out there. Thanks for the video and have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, interesting take there, Jeff. It is and it isn't at the same time. Yeah, I like that a lot. Phil Luck writes here, great episode. In the movie Taxi Driver, De Niro ordered apple pie with a cheddar slice melted on top. I've tried it in the past, and it's amazing how well they work together. Now I'm hungry. I didn't know that. I'm going to have to try and find that scene. It's probably somewhere on YouTube. We can find that, maybe get a still frame of it. Phil, thanks very, very much for that. This comes from Stephen M. 1563. When I was a kid growing up in New Jersey, there was a fast food chain called Roy Rogers. For a bit, they had an apple pie dessert with cheddar. Nobody ever heard of that combo, but it was tasty. From what I can recall, it was like a crumble. Wow. And you know what? We've kind of gone full circle here, because not only is there this debate as to whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie, but you mentioned Roy Rogers and the fast food chain Roy Rogers. Roy Rogers is mentioned in Die Hard. Here's the moment. When Hans Gruber is mocking McClane over the radio, he asks if McClane thinks he's John Wayne, Rambo, or Marshall Dillon. McClane replies, I was always kind of partial to Roy Rogers, actually. I really like those sequined shirts. Excuse me. Yeah. Right, yeah. Kind of a neat reference. And again, we've gone full circle. And of course, he modifies Roy Rogers' yippee-ki-yay expression and that sort of thing. So, yeah, it is a Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie. Roy Rogers Restaurant, apple pie with cheddar, and then Roy Rogers and Die Hard. How about that? And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, here's an artisan we don't talk enough about, Strike Gold Shave. We've reviewed them before in the past. Want to mention them again. Rob Miller sent along this email, and he writes, Hi, Mark. I received a sample of Bonnie and Clyde soap with a purchase. The sample was generous. Should have used half, but didn't. After the shave, I had a thought. Instead of cleaning the bowl and wasting the remainder of the soap, which is very good, I decided to leave the remainder for my next shave. I will let you know how it goes. Have a great week, Rob Miller. And then 3 days later, he sent this. Hi, Mark. Here is the bowl after 3 days. Going to use it today and see how it lathers. Hope you got the other email from the day I used the sample. I will update after the shave. Rob Miller. Hey, Rob, thanks very much for this. Yeah, please update us. Please send along a full review of Bonnie and Clyde and the performance of this Strike Gold shaving soap. I know a lot of viewers out there would be very, very interested in it. We've talked about them before. They're very, very good. I like their scents and I like their performance. But please send along your thoughts and your experiences. Rob, thanks again very, very much. Well, in a previous Monday morning mailbag, we talked about the Shave Nation Combo Razor. This was very kindly and generously sent to the channel by viewer Greg Pasanti. Greg, thank you again very, very much. It has an asymmetrical razor head. One side is open comb and the other side is closed comb. It's a beautiful aluminum razor. And at the time we talked about it, it wasn't in stock. Well, Joel Toronto did some checking and he writes, Hi, Mark. I believe you discussed this razor on yesterday's 3MB. It's in stock at Shave Nation. I ordered it with the stand. If anyone is interested, as of 12/16, it was in stock at $69 with the double comb head, stand, and 5 blades. It seems like a good deal. Original price was $99. Well, how about that? Looks like it's back in stock. So we'll link to Shave Nation where you can check that out. Joel, thanks very much for the update. And again, a big, big thank you to Greg Pasante for very kindly sending this one along to the channel. We still have got to get a review done on that, and that's being planned for down the road here after 12 shaves of Christmas wraps up and that sort of thing. So, Joel, thanks very much, and a big, big thank you to Greg Pasante. Well, this review of a new razor from Razor Rock, well, at least new to me, comes from viewer Tim Whitcup, and he writes, Hey, Mark. The Baby Smooth is a light aluminum razor that gives a mild, smooth shave. The head is rounded, but you don't really have to search for the angle. It definitely has the most rounded razor head I own. Definitely worth the $29 price, and that's from Tim Whitcomb. So check it out, folks. Up on Italian Barber is the Razor Rock Baby Smooth light aluminum razor. Tim, thanks again very, very much. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks very, very much for tuning in. Here's your last laugh and double take cartoons. Once again, thanks very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your patience as I work through this holiday illness. And we should be on the sunny side by the time next week rolls around. Wishing you Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and a happy and healthy and prosperous New Year. And make it a great week.